marijuana-colored dress.
All right, yo.
Yes.
Welcome, folks, to the Midnight Safety Meeting.
Woo!
I'm super
Hello.
duper happy. So much so that I'm turning knobs. I can't help but grab things that are nipple-shaped and do this. You want to know why? Because we're recording again. And when I'm not recording, I'm crying like a child. This is the Midnight Safety Meeting, a cannabis podcast in VR. You can hear it with your ears in the car. You can see it on the YouTubes. You can look around with your phone. We are there. And you know what we're doing? We're smoking.
Here with us. Smoking.
Oh, yes. Smoking muchly. And, so we review cannabis products, and we keep you up to date on current cannabis laws, news. Keep in mind, these are the laws for Denver, Colorado, where we are located, where cannabis is 100% legal and totally fucking rad.
Thank you, Governor Hickenlooper.
Yeah, Hickenlooper, you are all right with me. And Polis,
You're awesome, too.
you're awesome, and our dogs need to meet. Lil Yoda, Lil Gia, they need to be best buddies. Okay, now that that's out of the way, now that I'm done petitioning the governor, we've got a lot of really cool stuff to cover today. We're going to be reviewing some Binske products. I'm going to show you my most recent snag from Apothecary Farms because if you know me at all, you know that I can't stay away from that place. They're not even sponsoring us. I just love it.
Just a cool place to go.
Truly. And then the good people at Lucy Sky hooked us up with... Oh, it's not the button.
What is that?
That's Pineapple Express, folks. And for you over there, don't think I forgot you. Anyway. Pineapple Express. We're going to smoke that. It's in this here bong. And we're with... this is a very special bong to me because it is like... I've had this bong for like 8 years. It's amazing.
Was that your first
Wow.
bong?
It's almost less than a decade.
Yeah, this is one of my first bongs. Me and my buddy Chris had another bong we used to call Lion-O. And we got it from a gas station. It looked exactly like this, but it was red. And on the staff there, on the shaft, if you will, just above the bowl, there were all these like horribly painted cheetahs. And we were like, oh yes, that is both a great name and a complete trigger warning to Thundercat nerds. Like, but Chitara! Chitara! But no, Lion-O. Anyway, fun fact, it's illegal to smoke pot in Texas. And sometimes the cops will find interesting reasons to go in your home that have nothing to do with marijuana, and they will just take your prized bong as paraphernalia.
Yeah.
That's the thing that can happen. Real dick move, Stephenville.
Move the wall north.
Real dick move. Move it, man. Move it.
Well, okay. We'll keep a tunnel to Austin. Austin, you're still cool. You can come up here and hang out with us.
Austin is basically Denver.
Hey, Al. Welcome, Al.
Well, check this out, guys. This is Alistair, Alfonso, but his name is Alistair. We call him Big Al. He's coming to hang out with us. All right, let's get this fucking weed going. We already covered...
Let us smoke some marijuana.
We already kind of covered the... Man, that is just magnifyingly loud. Alright, yeah, we already covered the Pineapple Express with our kind of stats coverage, which is the good chem method of measuring good weed, bad weed. We've determined that old Lucy Sky hooked us up with some very good Pineapple Express. Does anyone have a lighter? That seems to be the one thing I've forgotten. If not, we have a torch.
Nah, torch.
Corner with a torch, guys. Get ready to be impressed. Welcome, smoke initiated.
Careful. Nice.
I would have turned it down a little, but yeah.
I only got one speed! And delicious. As you might expect, super fucking delicious. Alright, guys. Topic of the day for me is I've got a lot on my mind because of this whole Sweet Leaf thing. Sweet Leaf guys finally had their, they've had a lot of days in court, but this particular one involves sentencing. So for those of you who don't know, here in Denver, there was a chain of dispensaries, really good marketing, really classy, really solid branding.
Excellent place to go to. Went there a lot myself.
Yeah, they were called Sweet Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And you've probably still seen their buildings if you live in town and driven by, or you went there yourself. Well, they got all their properties and all the holdings and whatnot within that shut down because of a little thing called looping.
Well, to explain, what they had was they had one of the first $100 ounces in Colorado back in about 2015.
out-of-staters, you're losing your mind, but
And
that's
so-
kind of normal
And
now.
so, yeah, you could walk into Sweet Leaf and get an ounce of flour, whatever you wanted, $100 out the door, taxes included.
Oh, I didn't know it was out the door.
Out the door.
Oh wow.
That means it's sitting on the shelf at like 80.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Hmm.
Yep. And so
So what is looping?
normally you go there once a week, get your stash,
Yeah.
and then you go back the next check and get a little bit more.
And that's being generous. Smoking an ounce a week is not
Yes.
that easy.
Copious amounts. Well, some people felt like getting into a little extra business and would buy extra ounces and then mail them to other locations and states across the country and stuff.
Yeah.
The problem is that
sneaky.
the state of Colorado limits you to 1 ounce per day
Yep.
total.
So
Well, back a couple of years ago, you could walk into Sweet Leaf, buy an ounce with a friend who could also get an ounce, and then you could walk right back out to your car, put that ounce into your glove compartment, and then walk right the fuck back in and buy another ounce.
yo,
And what a lot of these people don't realize is that all the dispensaries here have cameras in them that are
Smart
actually
man.
wired back to the MED
yep.
stuff. And it's all sitting on hard drives, and so there's patterns of
From
familiar
seed
people.
to cultivate, by the way. This isn't just when it's in the stores. Like literally cameras on that plant from the moment it's a baby to the second it's out of the store. I mean, if they could watch it into your pipe, I'm sure they would.
They would if they could.
Yeah.
So they started to notice that people were coming there twice, 4 times, 7 times,
Actually,
14 times,
I've heard reports.
And
Reports of
time
14
of-
times.
Oh my gosh.
23 times by one individual, and he didn't even bother to change his fucking clothes or hats.
And you know what's fucking crazy?
Same threads 23 times in one
Did they-
day.
All of this
Did
being.
they just think they'd get
over
away with
a
it?
12-hour period.
How would he know that?
Right?
It
I
was,
mean,
it
crazy.
was kind of the culture, and they had
Kind of the
very,
culture. It was very much
very-
encouraged in the company.
Yeah, to allow
Wow.
these sales to occur blindly, even though it was kind of illegal and risking not only the blood tender's badge, but also the dispensary licenses.
You know, it wasn't even the MED who busted him. It was a whistleblower.
Yeah.
It was someone. It was like someone who was like, "God
was-
damn it! I've been sitting here for an hour. I want my fucking pot."
No, it was, if you look across right next door, there's a temple
Ah.
from the Evans location. And so a lot of those people would park their cars in the temple parking lot next door. And so when they'd be sitting there for 5-6 hours at a time, and then so fucking stupidly smoking in their cars
Oh, my
Oh yeah.
God.
Don't.
with all of this weed at the same time.
Out of towners, you can't smoke it outside of dispensaries. It's just bad form. I don't
Yeah.
care how hardcore you are.
Go to a fucking Wendy's parking lot.
Yeah.
So they're
Wendy's
usually a couple
welcomes your
blocks.
pot because they know they're about to get a fat sell.
Usually a
Ooh,
rule of thumb,
Wendy's.
if there's a dispensary, there's a fucking fast food place within 2 blocks.
Oh yeah.
It's bad.
But okay, let's talk ramifications of
So-
looping other than getting busted. Because
this
like,
last year, they got busted. So now your turn.
I was gonna say yeah, they got busted. We'll get into the details of that in a second. But like, while we're on looping, there are other downsides to looping. Because really, there's no reason to other than to sell it on the. That's the thing. It's set up in such a way the limit is not low.
No.
Not at all. Not for not for like any sort of
Hey,
concentrate
I
or
just
anything.
bought 8 grams of concentrate today.
8 grams of
And that's
concentrate.
going to last me 2 weeks.
Out of towners, you know that's like $50 a gram. Out of town, you know it is. 8 times 50.
And I spent $117. Or no, I spent $113 today.
Oh yeah, is that pure deal?
That was the pure deal. I
Yeah.
tipped $7.
Pure over at Bannock.
Jeez.
Pure and Bannock behind the.
There's your plug, Pure. You,
Museums.
you get one.
Oh, they want to come and hang out sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, they'll get plenty. I'm just being silly. Anyway, yeah. So other than like it being super overkill, superfluous.
Overindulgent,
Yeah,
greedy,
it's silly. You don't need to stash.
dick move.
The weed
bro.
holocaust is not coming.
No.
It's also really bad because a lot of these people are, they're the people who actually need it for medicine, which doesn't matter who you are or whatever, why you need it. If you're using it for a medical reason, a lot of times they would go to Sweetleaf for the deals, but then like be kind of screwed out of their portion or whatever they were gonna try to get because you got a guy who knows the owner, knows the general manager, rolling through buying damn near a ton. In fact, look at my old stats here. Let's see. Where's it at? So, see, I knew this would happen when I got high.
Shoot the
Dang
teleprompter.
it.
I had the amount of tons, but it was something like 4 tons a month.
They
Oh
were
my
essentially
gosh.
selling how much a month?
They were selling 5 million in product, but
At $100 an ounce.
yeah, let's do the math there.
So
5 million
that's
company wide.
50,000 ounces a month. Roughly
my
1,500 a day. So
With tips, and you
With
know
tips. So roughly
that the more
10
you come in there, the more you tip.
just 10 pounds a day these guys were selling.
So and they even got not just Sweet Leaf, but their holding companies like these.
Oh, they took the whole fucking organization down.
So the owners are Christian Johnson, Matthew Aiken, and Anthony Sorrow.
They are now.
Yeah, they're gonna be. And they got like $125,000 fines. It was Sweet Leaf, Dynamic Growth Partners, and AJS Holdings.
Yeah,
All
that
three
was-
of them had to close shop, pay $125,000, and I think the 3 owners are getting like what, a year in jail.
Yeah, which is still
It's a slap on the wrist.
still a slap on the wrist.
Because there are people in prison right now who have been in jail for a decade for what, like
Like
a quarter ounce
yeah.
of
Yeah.
smelly
And
ditch
remember,
weed.
they did sell 5 million a month for about 2.5 years.
So I mean, and you gotta wonder if these court rulings, just the very nature that we're sitting in court defending these, or I mean, like not defending, but like treating these men on a business basis. Like they're not. Hey, these are drug dealers. How do we prosecute them? They're like, oh, these are white collar business crimes.
So where are the bankers? You know, these guys are doing a year. Where are the bankers? Come on, man.
The bankers are
Come on.
told by our federal government that they're not allowed to touch that fancy money, which is just a shame because there's less people regulating it and things like this are going to keep happening. But from what we hear, this is the first case of an in-state prosecution. Like the Fed didn't come after them, like it was all
No,
Colorado.
we hand them over. It's part of the original deal that we had with Sessions was to basically be like, all right, dude, look, we know you want to do it. How about we give you every fucking moron, and you can do whatever the fuck you want at the federal level and stuff. So when they find illegal grows here and shit, you know, where there's like 200 to 400 plants in a house and there's fucking 500 amps of power going into the thing and shit, Denver police calls up the DEA and says, hey, meet us on the corner at 9 o'clock. Sure enough, there's
9
a SWAT truck, and they knock on the door. They go through the place. They start pulling shit out. The DE pulls up, and then they hand the guy to the DEA and says, "See you, fucker."
Yeah. Kind of like a drug dealer deal.
How about
Exactly.
MF?
We give the drug dealers, the dumb drug dealers, to the DEA, and they get to do what they want, and we still get to play.
And on December 14th, 2017, they freaking kicked down the doors on every Sweet Leaf dispensary. Over a dozen bud tenders arrested.
Yep.
I think only a few of them actually got serious punishment. The rest of them were just like, they
Yeah.
can't work in the MD anymore.
Yeah, they just lost their badge, basically.
Which, you know, lucky they didn't get in some sort of crazy RICO racketeering thing. You know, like, it just depends on what prosecutor's feeling froggy, you know?
Yeah, but it's the same thing as a bartender. You know, you've always got bartenders that pour heavy in some bars for tips and shit. So it's the same kind of thing. You know, how can you prosecute people if you've been letting people do it with alcohol for 100 years? You know,
And that is actually really good logic because like, you know, rulings in courts are cumulative. They stick around and they are referenced for other rulings. So if we've already been treating people who've been selling this much marijuana as business owners, that's got to have some sort of weight in another court. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, it'll transfer over to you know the courts of like Washington State and Portland.
So
You know, the smaller states and stuff. California has been doing their thing for a long time and stuff. Texas will still fucking throw you in a small dark hole for stupid ass reasons.
Oh,
because they
my
want to.
gosh.
well,
Talk
it's
about-
almost like their
New York
economy is heavily based on private prisons.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
New York is starting to realize that it sucks and they really need more shit to do other than just
New York's
suck.
way
So-
too liberal to not have pot.
Well, I mean, the city's always been that way. The city decriminalized it back in the 90s when I lived there. I mean, fuck, I used to get busted by cops all the time. They'd
They
be like,
needed
hey,
it.
this smells good. Can I have a hit? You know.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Yeah. But then I also would go to New Jersey and they would fucking arrest me and fucking, I got 6 months
Oh my
probation, you know, literally going across the George Washington Bridge with a bag of weed I bought in the Bronx. I walked across the DWB in Fort Lee, New Jersey. I got picked up by a set of cops back in '94, and it was 6 months probation. If a cop hit me at the GWB station on the New York side, it would have been a $75 ticket. And he probably would have pocketed it and went home and smoked it. But
What a
now,
world we live in, man.
now
The
Jersey's
90s.
now Jersey's caught up. New York's catching up. Now they just got to figure out the business with all the old Goombas to give them their cuts and everything. And
It was
Bill had
2.5
one.
tons. I found it.
Yay!
And how much was that over the term or per month?
I didn't write that part down. Look it up on your own,
Oh,
listeners.
it's 2.5 tons, so
You
you
can only
know
do
that's
so much.
5,000 pounds. So yeah, that'd be over the term basically.
Weed's light too, so
Yeah.
that translates into a fuck ton, a
A
metric
fuck
fuck ton
ton.
actually.
It's a different ton.
1,600 a pound. So
Yeah, man. They were actually looking
Math.
to expand into Nevada and
Yeah.
Massachusetts. Like they were like planning to stretch out the empire,
Yep.
and I'm glad they
bring
did.
everybody that $100 ounce.
Which I'm down for that cause. I'm just not down for them ruining it for good, legit businessmen who have worked hard. That drives me fucking crazy. And I'm glad that they got busted, and I'm glad they're not doing serious time. But it's good that they're doing time. It's good that there are ramifications because that keeps us more legit. That keeps that ruling in the court that like not only are these men businessmen and should be held accountable to that standard, but now when we're in defense of the businessmen, you know, there's that weight to it in the court. At least like how I would see it. I hope that carries forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, so overall, like you know, the normal like anti-establishment in me is like, oh fuck up, these guys free the Sweet Leaf 3,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
like.
Well, I mean, fuck, I would go cash my check. I mean, I would leave work, cash my check, walk over to Sweetleaf, pick up an ounce, and go to the grocery store, and it'd be good for me.
So
And
convenient.
stuff. It was all just this perfect little loop I had and stuff. And now
They ruined it.
they ruined
They
it.
ruined it.
But then there's like 30 other places, including Apothecary Farms, now that have $100 ounce deals now.
They do.
Took them 5 years, but yeah. Hey, whatever. I can wait.
Hey, man, I'll smoke till the market settles.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, for every Sweet Leaf, there's like 4 good chems and 3 apothecary farms. Not specifically, but you know what I mean. Like a good company doing kick-ass shit,
Yeah.
and doing it ethically, following the rules that they agreed to follow, so that we can all play the game.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not worried. Just thought it'd be fun to talk about. You know, I never went to Sweet Leaf, so was the product any good? Like, so.
Oh yeah, it was great buds, you know, nice big fat buds and stuff. Great smoke. Usually runs around 21, 22% stuff. Nice variety. Had a great blue dream for years.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of wholesale bud that they got from someone else. I think it was Silver Stem or something and stuff. But
Oh.
yeah.
I'm not a blue dream guy. It's because I blue dreamed out when I got here. Every strain I got.
It's like a rerun song.
Every shatter, every freaking.
There was a blue dream run for a little while there.
Oh
wasn't there?
yeah, it was hard.
Yeah.
Now it's Gorilla Glue everywhere. Hell, fuck, we're growing Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, you
Which,
Ooh, we're still in
you
the
bought
Gorilla
Gorilla.
Glue.
yeah. Well, okay, it's because I wanted a strain that people know, so that if we
Yeah.
do it right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that much more apparent. Like they're gonna be like, oh look, that looks like fucking Gorilla Glue.
And
And
let's take a shot of the tent right now.
yeah, we'll throw a shot in the tent. The babies are looking great, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. The babies are looking great.
And the backs.
Whatever. We
Oh, they
don't,
look great.
we don't give a shit about the editing. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, Murdoch and Russell have got the Mammoth solution, so they're growing along. I'm noticing they're growing more outward stems and not growing as tall. Now, I don't know if that is just coincidence.
That's why we have 2 controls and 2 mammoths.
Words.
Yeah, and then 2D and Noodle are doing just fine.
Noodle.
Everyone is getting the nice nutrient solution, which I'm not gonna say what we're using because I want to leave a local nutrient company the opportunity to step in and say, on your next grow, you're gonna grow with us. Because I want to go local, guys. I don't know if these guys are local, the ones I'm using. They're fine, they're nice. I bought local, but are they from Colorado? I don't know.
We'll find out.
He hasn't read the label yet, and it's been sitting in the garage for about 3 weeks.
Oh, I've read the label. I just haven't Googled the company.
Didn't read the mate on it.
Nah, I just read the growth table and when I'm supposed to feed them.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just reading that.
But yeah, big shout out to Mammoth. Those guys were really cool. They hooked us up at the HempCon, Namco HempCon.
Oh yeah, the Hemp
Hemp Expo.
NoCo Hemp Expo.
There we go, Namco.
There we go.
You know I was smoking, guys. Anyway, I go over to their booth. They got a real fun booth and just start chatting with them. And they're so cool. They're just like, hey, here's this little bottle. This will get you through your grow. And I was like, well, shit. So we thought we'd dedicate 2 whole plants to seeing what these guys are about. The pH on Murdoch was a little wonky earlier, but I think we got him leveled out, you know. He had some growth problems, but he's getting there.
Where you running him at the pH?
Huh?
Where you running the pH at?
I am trying to sit at a 5.5 to 6, that kind of area there. I don't want it too 6, and I don't want it too 5. I like it a little yellow, just because that seems right in the middle for me.
Have you found a pH meter yet?
No, I'm still testing with the drops. I just haven't gotten to it.
How much drops they got left?
Yeah, I know. I'm about to have to buy new drops. So, guys, this is our
fun.
first grow, and we're trying to document it as best we can.
It's the VR pictures.
Yeah, and the VR pictures and all that. We need to smoke more. So, anyone wanna load this pipe?
Yeah.
I need idle hands over here. You guys
Yeah.
get to work. Fuck. Oh, by the way, this is Gaia, the Earth Mother.
Now we know.
Yeah, just so we know, I in the full piece breakdown, yeah, it's sturdy as hell. Like, you could kill someone with it. Not that I have.
But that's why it's probably lasted 8 years.
with it quite well.
It's knowing you though, it's quite sturdy, so that's good.
Yeah, it survived. I break everything. Oh man, so I'm excited. We're gonna do some fun stuff with the plants while they're growing, after they're harvested. We're gonna play for the plants. We're gonna have some of our musical guests come by, and we'll do a nice little concert in the studio auxiliary. Oh wow.
Oh dear.
This is why we don't go lower, Lee.
The
cool,
dragon.
Look at Rammstein over here, just fire.
Dragon fire. Oh, I'm ready to see new Dragon Fire tonight.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones we skipped Game of Thrones. That's why Paulito's not here.
Paul is watching Game of Thrones now. Meanwhile, we're waiting till after we finish
Yeah,
this episode.
We'll watch it.
Like
Yeah.
good little
That
podcasters,
episode.
we're waiting. Oh man,
Well, we're on episode 8, season 8, 4.
fuck yeah.
So you've all seen the war by now.
Oh my goodness.
We won't talk about it in
yeah.
this one just yet.
No spoilers,
Spoilers.
man. No spoilers. That'll be a different podcast.
No spoilers.
Did you guys see Adventures yet?
Oh fuck yeah. Oh man. In game. In game.
I haven't seen it.
So good.
So good.
So
There's
good.
so many things I want to say.
We can't spoil that either, but it's a good time.
Yeah, I gotta go see that one still. I was gonna go see it today.
You
but it
haven't
didn't
seen it yet?
work. No, I wasn't feeling too good last week. And
It's
then I
worth
just got
it.
a shit ton of work.
So good.
Yeah, that's what you want though. Thank you. Level
Exactly.
7.
Exactly. We need to more toys, like our second camera.
Yeah, New Angle, what's up? Sorry we forgot about you. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm ready for a product review. And
Yeah.
guys, we got a good one for you today. This is actually first time for me. I'll be honest, not my first time having it, as I've waited a few days with it and couldn't resist and tried it, and then realized I needed to buy other dabs or I would smoke all of that. And it's in that fridge. So the one way to get that shit out. And in honor of Game of Thrones, wiener, floppy wiener,
Oh, no.
floppy wiener.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
The dab god is merciful and saw fit to allow us.
Open.
Oh,
To come
please
on,
bring
Open
man.
back-
her gates.
Please bring back the ghost of Sybil Kid.
What is that?
My lord, that is Binske, guys.
Wow, good fruit.
Live resin. You know what a packaging whore I am. I am. I love it. I love beautiful packaging with a theme and everything. Like, okay, so we're looking at a sweet ass tiger, obviously,
In front of the sun.
in front of the sun. Let's see, we
That
got
is cool.
Binske. This is. I got this from Lucy Sky, and they were very nice. This is the location over there by Wash Park. And this is Diamonds and Sauce Tangerine Lemons. It's got a total THC of 66.54. Now that's probably THCA because of the THCA crystals that comes in Diamonds and Sauce. And or Apothecary calls it ambrosia, you know, blah blah blah. Point is, learn the slang. It's still a thing. I don't know if that was because that's how weed culture started with like slang for everything. Like
Pretty much.
like, oh, you want a zip, bro? Like, it's an ounce. A zip is an ounce. Why? OZ.
Yeah.
And then they lost the O, and then they left the Z, and they're like, zip. Right? Isn't that fucking...
I had
Needless.
no idea.
Needlessly complicated.
That's so great.
Anyway.
Gotta roll in simple. Can we get this?
So with a name like Tangerines, you're gonna expect, tangerine tasty terps, right?
Something orangey.
Something orangey.
Citrusy.
Citrusy. Oh boy! Remember, open your mouth when you sniff it. That's the flavor.
Open and sniff.
I don't know if that helps.
Oh.
So it looks like your basic affair. Actually, does not look unlike stuff I would get from Apothecary.
Is that where you got it?
Nope, Lucy Sky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tried out that Lucy Sky.
I like them. They're nice folks. You know, they're good people. I'd like to go back and see what it's about more in depth. Didn't want to burp on my mic because I respect it. Well, guys, actually, do I want to do the first dabs? Anyone else want to do this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You want to do it?
I feel like I'm gonna be the only one smoking.
No, I'm good.
No.
I'll have them.
Cool.
He'll have one.
All right. Heating that bad boy up. We would love an electric nail, I think. I'd love to have that thing running on a nice rig on the table. That'd be fucking awesome.
I'll get Austin to bring his over.
Ooh. Yeah, is he that guy that works for Good Kim?
Yep.
Yeah, man. We gotta have him over. We gotta fill this torch up. Whoa! Yep.
How is it?
That's empty.
Oh, shit. It's okay. We're about to go into the wall. Oh.
So any new CBD products, Steph?
Any new ones? Oh, well, no, not really. We have some new packaging for our gummies. We do have some really cool massage oil that came out in February. And right now we've got a pretty cool 15% Mother's Day special going on.
Do you have anything for dogs?
Yeah, we have the tincture isolate pet droppers.
Yeah, I need to get some for CBD for a friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
An old friend of mine is starting to get the seizures and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we get some people
Lana.
Shout out.
Shout out to Lana, even though I know her mama isn't watching this podcast. Maybe her husband. I don't know. He thinks I'm a dick because I'm living in Colorado. I'm not sharing.
Well,
Understandable.
I try to get my friends to come here all the time. I want to share.
We
So, in regards to the live resin, holy shit, that's a good time.
Is that about it?
Yeah, it hits. I like a flavor that also kind of can hit you hard in the chest without having to go too hot to do it, and that's what we're getting here. Fire that bad boy up. Yeah. I just found it works best when it's all the way on. I got that torch at that one place I don't like to talk about.
Up the street next to the guitar place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. Headed west? Nah. I got no beef with them as people. Oh shit, I didn't clean. Get the fat out of the nail. Get the fat of the nail. Yep, see, that's what happens, guys, when you don't swab your shit. I may have ruined that hit for him.
I think you did. Oh yeah.
Hold on. I feel like he's getting something. We'll see on the exhale.
Did you get?
Oh yeah, he got one. He got one.
Yay.
Tasty though, right?
Oh yeah, very tasty. Nice citrusy taste to it. Yeah.
Citrus.
Steph?
Steph.
I'm good.
You know what?
You're good today.
You don't want a Steph size?
No, not yet.
Hey, that's all right. Which leads me to my next point, folks. And I used to be the worst about it. Young Thomas thought he knew everything. He had just discovered that smoking weed doesn't make you stupid. And he's very excited to share this news with the world. Oh, yes. And the point is, just because weed is really good for you and whatever you use it for, does not, one, make you a doctor, and two, does not give you the right to prescribe or, you know, pressure people into smoking when they're not wanting to, or maybe they smoked before and it makes them wig out. And you're like, nah, you need an indica. You just had a sativa, that was all. And like, no. Okay? It doesn't matter how accurate it may be or how accurate you think it may be. It is irrelevant. They don't want it. The coolest thing you can do is say, oh, no big deal, and then take a big bong rip yourself.
Exactly. Just
They'll
continue.
Just don't blow it in their
have-
face.
yeah.
It's fucking rude.
They'll have it in their own time.
Yeah, or they won't.
Back.
Yeah.
They may never
Or they
try it.
won't.
I got friends who, like, just don't do well with it. When they smoke, they just don't handle their shit very well. It freaks them out. They don't feel comfortable in their own skin. And they're like, nah, man, I don't like to smoke. Or, like, I got a buddy who works for the FBI, does not smoke. Probably wants to. But he's like, nah, I don't want to. Well, actually, I think he works for the CIA now.
Oh.
He's a librarian. I'm not bragging here, okay?
Wait,
he's
can
not,
you go? Yeah, you
he's
can go from the FBI to the CIA.
Yeah, I won't drop his name, but he works for a government agency. He's a librarian. His no joke, his fucking goal in life was to be Giles from Buffy.
Oh.
And he has a master's in library sciences, which I'm pretty sure means you're Giles from Buffy.
And so now he's
Basically,
an archivist
yeah.
to basically the
An
greatest
archivist
trove
for the CIA, yeah.
for the second greatest trove of information next to the Vatican.
Ooh.
That's actually kind of he would, he's very vain. He would love to hear you phrase it like that.
It's like Vatican, CIA, Kremlin.
Oh, hey, a couple of our friends have finally liked the podcast. Yeah, that's how hardcore we are, guys. We didn't even let our friends like it until they, like, decided to like it, right? Like, we kept it secret. That's how real we are.
We're getting more out there.
But we're getting social. Anyway, shout out to Meg and Kelly. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? You don't know Paul. You've seen him in the other episodes. If you watch them, oh, my God.
Squints.
Yeah, old Paulito Squints. I call him many names. Anyway, hi, Meg and Kelly. We're moving on. Thank you, Lucy Sky, for selling me this delicious extract. And, you know, thanks for being chill. I came in on a weird day, I think, though, if we can speak candidly.
Most days are weird.
Most days are weird, but I came in on a weird day. It's like a weekend afternoon, and I'm already pretty high. I love to shop for pot when I'm high because, one, I don't like being in public unless I've got a nice thick
Layer.
THC cloud in me.
THC
Yeah,
coat.
man.
Yeah,
I like
your
to,
protection.
I like to slather my body in
Cannabis coat.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, shields at maximum, and I'm good. You know, they can throw the phasers. I'm not scared. But the problem is that also makes me really hard. Like I communicate, as you can tell, I communicate differently when I'm high, and that doesn't always communicate with other people. But I go in there and I got the feeling like I walked in on an intervention, and they all like were bound by law to serve me, but we're not happy about it.
Was
like.
This is that Lucy Sky?
Lucy Sky.
Yeah.
None of them were outwardly mean. Of course they were not mean. They were polite. I want to make that very clear. Customer service was great. There was just awkwardness. And I think I contributed a lot to that.
I think how you described it was you walked in on something and they got caught and they were like in the middle of something.
Yeah, kind of. Like I walked in the middle of something and like they were like really they didn't know if I knew. But they were cautious. They weren't gonna get too relaxed. But they were. It was very weird, and I was just like, guys, I just need a variety of a couple different extracts and stuff.
Chuck, did they see us suck dick? I don't know, Bill.
Yeah, dude, I think there might have been some just consensual team building blowjobs coming on. I don't know.
Instead of
Team building.
The theatrical massage chain. It was
Yeah.
the rub and tug around the corner.
It was like a team.
The circle jerk or something.
Team circle jerk, or maybe they had just killed a guy.
They just killed him.
Like, let's not rule that out completely, man. They were all. I wouldn't put it past any of them. They all seem pretty tough.
Did the lizard people like change right before you walked in the door or something?
Yeah. Every time they blink, it's like a yellow lizard eye.
The other eye.
That was the vibe.
No. I think honestly, real talk, they were probably just high.
They were probably
just
as fucking stoned as you were.
They were just as dumb as I
They
was,
were
because
just
like.
a little off fucking frequency. Just
And-
just a
and
little,
I'm still-
little left.
And I'm new to the card, so I'm still weird about ordering med stuff. I don't know why. It's the same shit.
Did
just
you
at a
least
better
Have
price.
your card this time, or just
Yeah, no, I
bring it
had
home?
my card. I brought it.
You have the card now.
And you know what? What's even more silly? I had it in my glove box when I didn't have it. I always keep it in my glove box because it's also, sometimes.
Why? So you can throw it to the cop when he pulls you over? Here you go. Here's my med card. Officer.
Good question.
No fucking joke. No fucking
Good
joke.
question.
My doctor told me that is valid
Nice.
to a degree. Obviously, if you're like smoking a joint in your car, you are gonna get busted hard.
Yeah.
But if you're a little high from an edible and you like gotta go to the store to get some like I don't know bread or something, and you get pulled over, the cop thinks you're kind of high, and
The
just
cop
be
pulls
like,
you over for doing 3 and a 45.
yeah, because it's not speeding. You're not speeding. So anyway, they see you and like
You know why I pulled you over? I don't know, officer. Why? Well, I really have to pull you over. I just kind of walked up. I'm still walking. Come on, just pull over there.
exactly. And you show them your med card, and I don't know if it's a get out of jail free card, but I think there's considerations taken in. Like, sorry, officer, I medicated 4 hours ago, and I'm a little groggy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing as the service dog, basically, now?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try. No, I'm kidding. That's fine.
What, Yoda doesn't have the vest already?
No, he has
He-
a flannel.
He's got a flannel.
He needs
He's got a
his
flannel
own
shirt.
service dog.
Yoda
Needs his own service dog.
Oh man, that's good bits. All right, here's the obligatory apothecary bump again because I'm smoking some blackberry banana kush from them on the high cannabis full spectrum extract, or is it high cannabis?
Hopefully.
High concentrate full spectrum extract. You know what I'm talking about?
From
HCFSE. Anyway,
Lots of
the crystally stuff that's like
methods.
mildly terpy. Really good. It's just like a really clear hit, and I love it. And I have this fun
Clean.
bubble cap. Kind of want to get another one because I got it from Diego Pellisar. I'm not gonna say anything else about them. They're cool, but
They have they have the stuff inside of it.
yeah, it came with a gram of sugar inside of it from Harmony. So like, the local glass blower made this bubble cap, and then Harmony put a gram of their sugar in it, and they sell it for like $70. But I've never bought it rack, so it might be cheaper.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Right?
I kind of want to go to a glass blowing class.
Dude, it's gonna happen. Actually, we got
You
a.
should just work in the shop across the street when you quit.
You
I
got
already
you
quit.
got
Oh, well.
what?
Fun fact, guys. Quit my job. On amicable terms. Nothing rude. Nothing. In fact, I feel very supported, and I want to support them as best as I can in this transition.
They're probably spying on us right now.
If that's the case, that's fine. Spy away. There's nothing to spy on, guys. Super happy that you guys are happy for me, and I hope that I can still be helpful to you in the future.
So
Let's motherfucking damn!
what's going on with this glass blowing class?
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be doing a series like a Mr. Rogers thing because part of me quitting my job means I am free to during the weekdays
Get the fuck out of the house.
get out of the house, take that camera right there, and maybe go learn how to blow some glass, and you guys can learn with us. And audio people, I might not give those to you. You might just watch those on YouTube because it's gonna be boring hearing me be like, ooh, oh, yeah.
Ow, that's hot.
I'm gonna be more engaged in like other stuff. And I talked myself out of the dab.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I like mine a little hotter sometimes because it hits me harder.
Cough harder, so you get off harder.
A little bit, but I also feel like it's more potent. Like it's like vaporizing faster and hits me quicker. Maybe not harder, but quicker.
See, if you go too hot, though, you're supposed to burn the terpenes like going over 350 degrees. So.
That's why I do it with low term products.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like to do it with this full spectrum shit. Because there's not much terp in there anyway.
Yeah.
When you're used to like, diamonds and sauce. Oh wow! That's the flavor. Anyone else want a hit of this?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh man, blackberry banana kush. If you do it a bit lower, it will taste better. But I wanted potency because I'm looking to get weird. All right, there you go, my dude. Yo, Tools, Stifler, how you doing over there? Oh, we'd like to formally apologize. We did not, last episode, we started a review on Infinite CBD's dabbable isolate. Right? Is it distillate or isolate?
It's isolate. Yes.
Yes. It is a full, like, crystally concentration of CBD, 100%, and it's like a powder, and you can dab it, and it's awesome. I like to mix it with my THC.
It's a different hit.
Yeah, it's a different kind of hit. It takes the edge off, and, like, oh my god, the relaxation, so good.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh, it's good.
We're going to do a proper review on them at a later date. We were
Yeah.
just so fucking high that day. We didn't have Lee, so, you know, when the cat is away, the mice will play.
We did play. We
And
played.
we did play. We had our good friend, Hawaiian Joe, come on by, and he
Oh
played.
yeah, you
played
missed
a
our
song.
Hawaiian themed episode.
Oh yeah, we all wore. Literally, 50% of the table was wearing
Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian shirts.
And
Hawaiian
sunglasses.
Because we did Pineapple Express and like another Hawaiian thing, so it was like a
Do you have a
theme.
tiki torch in here or something?
Oh,
No, but we threw some stuff on the walls, like beaches, and
we had a
I had a
beach
sunset look going for a bit.
backgrounds.
Oh yeah, it was a good time. Kev played some music for us during the show and kind of chatted. Like he sat in Stifler's chair and Stifler sat in your chair, and then yeah, and then he played us a couple songs, and man, I enjoy them. That episode will be up soon, hopefully before this one. I am not averse to getting them on YouTube, regardless. So
Yep. And I'm going to start doing some stuff at the Orient Theater here soon with some bands and performance artists with VR as well.
I'd like to be a part of that.
So we're all going to go down there and hang out there too. So we'll be checking this out. On the streets a little bit. I wish we got this last weekend because I just did a sick show with Bouncing Souls, The Bronx from LA, and a couple other great bands from Europe. It was a fucking ripping show.
Give Stifler that list, and we'll tag them in an Instagram post.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're out on a, let's see here, 14 show tour. Or no, 10 show tour over the next 14 days. That's what it was. So you guys rock on. You guys are fucking awesome.
I want
There
to.
should be in Nebraska tonight. So
I
yeah.
want to cram a whole punk band down here,
Yeah,
right over there.
That'd be fucking funny, man.
Let's get fucking rowdy.
We
Yeah.
could move this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
and
move the
extend
busker
that.
sign
yeah.
over.
Yeah, there was a three-piece band, Start Shock, out of Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah, they were fucking awesome. They would have fit perfectly right there.
Hello
Love
from
us.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Liverpool.
We're gonna still be doing stuff, but we're also gonna get out of the house a little bit because the art season has also started as well.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yes, Colorado has an art season. More specifically, Denver has an art season.
Art season, fucking
Santa
festival
Fe.
season, the fucking concert sheds open up. Red Rocks has already started. Red Rocks just
We
started
will
this
do a
week
Red
at
Rocks
Storm and Gold.
episode, but I've never been. Oh, so here's the thing: I've never actually been to Red Rocks, and this is only weird if you know what I do for a living, which is corporate AV, which means I'm in like literally every venue in town, because it's
Well,
not really just corporate
the
AV,
venue of the town.
but not the venue. That's so I haven't been there professionally. Which if we go
Good
with it,
time, good
yeah, and I haven't been there personally because every time there's a show I want to go to, it sells out.
seconds.
Yep.
Fuck you, Vampire Weekend. Your new album is amazing, and you're a bunch of assholes for being so popular.
Yeah.
Hashtag fuck Vampire Weekend.
But you really love them.
Nope, just hashtag fuck Vampire Weekend.
Hashtag fuck ticket scalpers.
Yeah, that's really what we're hashtagging. Vampire Weekend, we're cool. Contra was fire.
He's sorry.
I'm only a little sorry.
He'll put his mascara back on tomorrow.
That eyeliner.
Yeah, man. It's not that kind of band, guys. It sounds like it would be, but they're more likely to be wearing like polos.
Oh
and,
no.
And, like,
Khaki shorts.
yeah.
And
They're from like
Hey guys, we're going to
Sperry's.
the Kappa Kappa Gamma Kegger.
Yeah.
they're from upstate New York, so they sing about like
Really? Where?
Ivy League colleges
Oh,
and
Yeah, they're definitely wearing the Sperry's.
yeah, man. They sing about Ivy League colleges and architecture and like
So like Cornell or something.
and like punctuation.
Cornell. They're from
They have a
Cornell.
song called Oxford Comma.
Yeah, they're not from Syracuse. They're
That's
from Cornell.
that's
Who gives a
great.
fuck about an Oxford Comma? Dude, it's a good song,
Cornell.
man.
Yep, that's Cornell.
Oh, that's so great.
Where did you go to school?
Syracuse.
No, it's The Office. Andy's always talking about Cornell.
Exactly.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, I am high. Well, guys, it has been real, it has been fun, and it has also been real fun.
Yep. Talked about a little trouble. Talked about a lot of fucking good product.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for hanging out
Future
and
fun.
getting real fucking safe with us, man. We appreciate you.
And we appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, other camera. I'll get to know you soon enough.
Hmm.
All right, and I'm sure Paulito would love to be here and say goodbye to you guys because he likes that, but he can't. So thanks for attending the midnight safety meeting. Meeting adjourned.
Woo.
We'll see you on the next one.